Dobro jutro, Divine Pisces 222. It is Sunday, March 1st, 2020, and I officially reached 3,000 subscribers yesterday. Yay! That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. And of course, as per usual, I'll be giving away free reading. So if you want to enter for that, go ahead and like this video. Clear. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And then comment below what number like you were. And I'll leave it up for like a week. And I'll announce the winner next weekend. Not going to be doing a live today, but I will resume our live discussions next weekend, okay? Honestly, this sickness, whatever it was, really kind of threw me off a lot of stuff, so I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. So let's go ahead and get this started here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, well, expectations seem to be at the forefront right now. I think a lot of us in the collective right now are struggling with this right here. Expectations that are placed on us by others and trying to decipher whether we are fulfilling our own expectations or taking on other people's expectations as our own. This is Divine Feminine, but I specifically also feel it's very strongly Divine Masculine right now. I feel like a lot of Divine Masculines right now are trying to do the right thing still. But a lot of them are still confused by expectations here, okay? I definitely feel a transformation happening across the board, specifically with Divine Masculine. And Divine Feminine, those of you who are in your masculine energy, a lot of you are recognizing this as well. Some of you are still trying to do the right thing as well. I also feel some of you may have the influence of an older gentleman, where maybe some of these expectations are coming from, and it could be a father figure. Okay, there could be karma coming up with a father figure right now. Okay, with those of you in the collective, Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, may be facing this. Okay, definitely feel a lot of karma surfacing around the home and family life, and a lot of change coming in. So some of you, you know, and I've picked this up for a while, some of you may be physically moving, but there is some sort of change happening in the home life. I definitely feel some towers coming here to initiate some sort of change, and kind of a resurfacing again of some expectations, and maybe some childhood wounds, some inner child stuff that might be coming up. Of course, karma with children and karma surrounding families. Okay, and I picked this up yesterday as well. Some of you are facing some family karma, some ancestral karma. Okay, but again, the 5D communication, very, very strong right now. Dreams, telepathy, signs, synchronicities, that sort of thing. Okay, coming up very, very strongly right now. All right. So hold on to your butts. All right. All right, let's take a look at Divine Masculine, see what's going on with Divine Masculine. Yeah, a lot of regret surrounding Divine Masculine right now, a lot of remorse. I feel like Divine Masculine's really struggling with karma right now. A lot of them are struggling to keep themselves stable emotionally. And they're being reminded, they're being guided here that they need to fulfill themselves, that they need to fill their own cup. Okay, a lot of them are probably feeling very, very drained right now. Emotionally unstable. Not really quite sure what they're feeling or why they're feeling it. Strong sexual energy coming in today, very much so. A lot of Divine Masculines still watching Divine Feminine, feeling the energy from Divine Feminine. And Divine Feminine, is also trying to free herself from some of these expectations as well. And so that's kind of bringing in some sort of motivation to move. Definitely a trigger. There's a lot of triggers in the air. Still a lot of third-party situations that are coming to an end. Okay. And a lot of them are codependent, very codependent, financially possibly. And some of it, it may actually be a job. It may be some sort of financial situation, okay, some sort of financial stability that Divine Masculine's having a really hard time releasing, okay? But the endings are coming. The endings are happening. It's kind of like we're right in the thick of it, of these cycles ending right now. And so it kind of feels like, things aren't moving. A lot of Divine Masculines still feel defeated, still feel stuck. They feel like they can't have victory here. I definitely feel an opening of the heart chakra happening right now with Divine Masculine, which is leading to this emotional instability. Okay. And I feel like a lot of Divine Masculines right now, they're feeling like literally their world is upside down. Okay. And they're not really quite sure how to overcome that. Okay. And Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine are equally triggered right now. You're triggering each other, okay? The triggers are going back and forth. And there is a trigger to move forward, but it's like each twin is just having a really hard time figuring out what that means for them specifically. Okay? Some Divine Masculines are wanting to come forward with an offer. Some Divine Masculines wanting to come forward with an apology. And that could be to Divine Feminine, but it could also be, in their personal situation, their 3D situation, karmic situation, whatever. Some of them are feeling the need to apologize. Some of them are feeling like, they've put in a lot of, I've said this before, like a lot of effort into some of these situations, and they're feeling a lot of regret, but they know that they're not fulfilled at all emotionally. Some of them are looking for new avenues to put their energies into. And that could be an endeavor, it could be their mission, it could be their children. It's like a lot of them really waking up to what unconditional love means. And so it's like they're kind of reallocating that energy into something else. Okay? Which is a good thing. It's a good thing. Some of them still having a hard time releasing the ending of cycles, though. Almost in denial, I would say. Having a really hard time seeing the way forward here. Using the intuition, trusting the intuition, which, is a common theme for Divine Masculine, let's be honest. And Divine Feminine, well, okay. All right, Divine Feminine. What are you releasing right now? I feel like Divine Feminine is in the energy of releasing, or trying to release, okay? Yeah. Some of you, again, are praying for towers here. Some of you are waiting for the towers to come to help you release this situation. And I do feel like a renewed motivation for Divine Feminine to release this situation, okay? Some of you may have returned to your meditation, you know, really turning to source, really turning to your spirit team for guidance here, especially if you're going through a tower right now, kind of trying to decide which way is up, okay? Because sometimes these towers can really throw our world in reverse, right? But Divine Feminine is very, very triggered right now. Divine Feminine, again, wanting stability, not wanting this in and out, not wanting to juggle anymore, wanting to make a decision and stick with it, but also wanting her freedom, right? So a lot of Divine Feminines right now, again, you know, still kind of in decision mode. And this is the Knight of Wands, but actually you've got the Four of Wands here. So some of you in some situations that are that you're recognizing are unstable, and that's where the Tower is coming in here, okay? And some of you, I feel, have been in some confusion for a while about your connection, kind of confused about the healing process, right? But trying to accept things as they are, trying not to let the anxiety get to you. And I know that's really, really difficult, you know, because the mind is a very powerful thing. The ego is a very powerful thing. It will make you believe some things that aren't true, right? And so Divine Feminine, you're definitely being urged to again, listen to your spirit team, to follow their guidance here, okay? Because they are pulling you along. They are trying to guide you into calmer waters right now, okay? So release that Three of Swords energy, Divine Feminine. Release that Three of Swords energy and allow your spirit team to push you forward, okay? So that you can release this, okay? Because a lot of Divine Feminines, I feel, have been feeling anxious. You've been feeling kind of worried about things, maybe worried about your connection. But keep in mind, the connection's not going anywhere no matter what you do, okay? So you need to focus on yourself right now and try to get out of this energy. Now, some of you are feeling this from your Divine Masculine, okay? Some of you are. And some of you are taking it on as your own energy. But remember to try to differentiate between the two, okay? And you need to come into balance. You need to balance out your masculine and feminine within, because a lot of Divine Feminine's been going back and forth. The masculine, feminine energy, masculine, feminine energy. And some of you aren't even sure which energy you're in right now, okay? And that's okay. It's okay. Each energy serves a purpose, okay? But you need to find the balance of both. You need to have both equally, okay? And need to know when to use which energy, right? So remember, the masculine energy rules the material, the 3D. The feminine energy rules the spiritual, okay? So you need to have an equal balance of both. I think it's difficult when we switch back and forth, you know, when masculine is in feminine and feminine is in masculine, and it switches back and forth. It's really hard to balance that out because you're constantly mirroring, you're constantly pushing and pulling, right? So yeah, still, I feel a lot, especially Divine Feminine right now, are kind of done with this waiting energy, and that's a good thing. Kind of got fed up with the waiting energy, don't want to wait around anymore, and that's good. Okay, you need to get out of that energy. You need to move forward regardless, okay? And I feel that as far as the connection goes, a lot of Divine Feminines are still just kind of done being in limbo, okay? Kind of done carrying around the burdens. Some of you have been carrying around your Divine Masculine's burdens, okay? Trying to take on their karma as your own, and you can't do that, okay? You cannot clear their karma for them. They have to clear it themselves. And so what this is doing with Divine Feminine, when you leave that off, when you put down that burden, it's forcing Divine Masculine to face himself, and that's exactly what he needs to do. He needs to face his karma. He needs to face himself. He needs to face his awakening, and he needs to move forward accordingly. And a lot of Divine Masculines still right now are trying to do the right thing for the wrong reasons, okay? And they're going to have to figure that out on their own, Divine Feminine, okay? A lot of them are going through awakenings still. A lot of them know who they are. A lot of them do. They know who they are. They understand the connection. They're just not really quite sure what to do about it, you know? A lot of them don't feel strong enough. A lot of them feel like Divine Feminine is stronger than they are, Okay, and that's bringing about some resentment. It's bringing about some regret, really. And a lot of them, they've just kind of lost their motivation. Okay, and I'm feeling kind of a loss of motivation just in general in the connections, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Again, I feel like a lot of Divine Feminines especially are kind of done with this waiting energy, and so what it's doing is it's kind of making you go, okay, so, you know, I need to back off of this, right? I've been putting way too much energy into this connection. This connection is not making me happy. It's not making me feel fulfilled, right? And so I need to stop sending that energy. And Divine Feminine, when you pull back that energy, it forces Divine Masculine to replenish his own energy. Okay, so he can stop draining Divine Feminine. And a lot of Divine Masculines have been draining Divine Feminine. Okay, some of them may not realize that they're doing it, but they are. But yeah, still some of this stuck energy coming in here. But I do feel, again, Divine Feminine, you are the leader here. So I do feel a lot of Divine Feminines right now are just like, all right, it's time to move. It's time to get out of this energy. Don't like this energy at all. I don't like waiting around. I'm going to explore my options. I'm going to move forward regardless. I'm going to switch jobs. Whatever it is that you're doing, okay? And so it's mirroring right now. Again, always mirroring, okay? And so that being said, I think it's really important to make sure that you're evaluating your emotions as they come up. And coming out of this moon, I do feel this emotional energy, this darkness that was surrounding us for a while because of this moon is lifting now. And I feel like especially a lot of Divine Feminines are recognizing the healing process here. Okay, and they're taking it on. They're like, okay, yeah, I know what I need to do now. All right. But some Divine Masculines still emotionally unstable and trying to navigate that, which is fun, right? All right. Messages from the counterparts. All right. Messages and advice from Source. Yeah. Okay. Just a reminder to go with the flow. Stop trying to control the ending of cycles. Stop trying to control the connection. Stop trying to, the only thing you can control is yourself. You can control your emotions, okay? Just make sure you're not suppressing or repressing. Some of you do have addictions that you need to address. And this doesn't have to be drugs, okay? Some of you could be addicted to the connection, okay? All right? Keep that in mind as a codependency, right? So time to address your addictions. Some of you are engaging in addictive behavior to cope with certain situations, but keep in mind that does affect your health, okay? Sorry, it skipped again. Some of you do need to clear out your channel. Some of you are having issues interpreting the information that you're getting from Source, whether you're getting downloads and dreams and that sort of thing. And I know I've said this for a while. Some of you aren't really quite sure if you're in intuition or not, okay? But just remember that when you're in intuition, there is no emotional response, okay? Some of you need to just get out of the house. Some of you are literally in hermit mode. Okay, and hermit mode is great. Hermit mode is great for figuring stuff out, but you don't want to live in hermit mode. Okay. You have options. You have things that you can do. You don't need to sit there and dwell on things, okay? You need to embrace your power and move forward. Okay, some of you have been teetering back and forth. You haven't been fully in your power. And some of you are recognizing that and Some of you are kind of regretful for it, but don't be regretful. I mean, just learn from it and move on, okay? All right? All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If this has resonated, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.